The 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Kia.
Welcome, NBA fans, and you know who you are. Ernie Johnson here with you again, along with Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, for what is still a very new, a very fresh NBA season. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the New York Knicks going up against the Detroit Pistons. Well, for Detroit, a win tonight would make it 3 victories in their first 4 games of the season. That would be a nice little run to start the year. And Detroit last season shot up in the standings, largely due to their improvements on the defensive end. Shaq, how'd they do it?
Well, Steve Van Gundy is a guy who knows how to coach defense. I played for him in Miami before he was fired. They play well as a unit, and they're sharp with the help defense.
Did he turn you into a defensive force?
No, I'm not known for my defense, honey.
What are you known for?
Prolific MF scorer.
What's MF again?
Most frequently.
Oh, okay, gotcha. But I tell you, one thing about them is that they don't have many weak defenders. So what they do is they switch everything. So you make a pick, they switch. One guard can guard the 4 guy. The 4 guy can guard the 1 guard. So everyone switches on it. That makes it a lot easier to have a defensive concept.
Looks like both teams are ready to tip this thing off. Let's get it to Kevin Harlan.
Don't switch the channel.
Don't switch everything.
Welcome to the Palace of Auburn Hills. We're in suburban Detroit, the home of the Pistons, where we'll be broadcasting today's game live. With Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will join us from the sidelines. The New York Knicks come into this one after a win against the Memphis Grizzlies.
And what a heck of a performance for them, particularly offensively. I mean, there were stretches of that game where everything seemed to be falling.
You know, I think one of their keys, they were relentless. It put constant pressure on the defense that could never quite adjust to them.
So Detroit will get the first possession. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. And New York looking at who they've got. Melo and Porzingis, the 2 stars at the forward spots. Then there's Derrick Rose. Then there's Noah. And it's Holiday in at the shooting guard. And one thing the Pistons have been doing in recent times is honoring the members of the 2004 championship team. Retired several numbers, and rightly so. Ray, that team was special.
And that 2004 had a great cast of characters, many of whom found a rebirth with the Pistons. That team helped continue the us against the world feeling that the franchise had in the Bad Boys era. Hard to express just how much that team meant to the city of Detroit.
Rapid fire threes coming from everywhere.
Boy, both teams really attacking from downtown right now. This is a long-range battle at the moment.
Now here is Holiday. Rose kicks to Porzingis. Just 5 to shoot. Rose passes to Anthony. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Anthony's got his first points of the game.
Boy, Melo has made a name for himself with his mid-range game, and you can see why right there.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Jackson. Another 3 for Detroit. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Pass to Anthony. Dishes it to Noah. From 11 feet away. And it's Lure with the rebound. Detroit's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Here's Jackson. Here's Drummond. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That's on Joakim Noah.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option. Well, I tell you what, it didn't take long for everyone to recognize that Andre Drummond was going to be a dominant rebounder in this league. He just inhales everything within his reach out on the floor. And then he's got that great blend of length and strength to get after every miss. Incredible feet and hands to go along with that. And this is a guy that just has superstar written all over him.
That one is no good. And it's hard to stop talking about Drummond. The rebounding, of course, helps him get the easy points when it comes on the offensive end of the court. Greg, a terrific offensive rebound.
It's almost like a feedback loop with him. I mean, you get an offensive board, he gets an easy score. He starts getting on a roll, and then the next thing you know, he's blowing up for a 20-20 game.
Rose dishes to Holiday. Porzingis passes to Noah. Goes up the baseline. Goes back up. And Porzingis with the lay-in. Porzingis has got his first 2 points of the night.
This is where people get excited about Porzingis. Yes, he's got finesse, but he's not afraid to get in there and trade some elbows. Go ahead, big fella.
Now here's Lure. Back to Harris. 6 on the shot clock. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
I thought for sure he would hit that shot, but his release didn't look good.
Anthony kicks it to Noah. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
If you're the coach, you hope it's a wake-up call. Get them to tighten things up on the inside and start protecting the rim with a little bit more authority.
Now Rose, after the missed 3 from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Rose passes to Porzingis. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Porzingis has got 5 points so far.
Well, Porzingis will make you pay if you collapse off of him.
Knocks it loose. It's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here.
And checking out the numbers for Reggie Jackson. Good season for him last year. He averaged about 19 points a game last year. 6 assists and 3 rebounds. And he paced the whole team in points per game last season.
They set the screen. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. With this break in the action, we can show you the teams that had the most rebounds last season. The Pistons second.
Boy, their rebounding last year was phenomenal. Great fundamentals, aggressive to the ball. That helped them pull down a lot of second chances.
Rose against Jackson. Holiday dishes to Carmelo. Makes it off the glass. Anthony's got his second bucket of the night.
You know, Kev, the speed of Carmelo Anthony can catch you off guard. You know, you don't expect it from a player his size.
Ball's knocked loose. Here's Rose using his post move to get the 2 points.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Pistons trailed by 6. Caldwell-Pope with it. He had 16 points in the win against Milwaukee. And that one's good. Drummond.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Come on, as a defender, you have got to fight harder to get through that screen and stay with your man.
Now here is Holiday. Anthony kicks to Porzingis. Off target from 3-point range.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Caldwell-Pope. So whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. You talk to anybody around the league about Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and they'll talk about his defense. Just an absolute monster, Greg, how he can lock up a perimeter player.
And it's a rarity for a player so young to be so good defensively. He's got quick feet and is aggressive at pressuring the ball. Only 6'5", but has the wingspan of a condor and really makes it hard to get around.
We see a lot of teams have gone through logo or jersey transitions, but the Knicks have had that classic blue and orange for a long time. One of the most iconic logos, not only in the NBA, but in all of sports.
And he sinks the second. And the New York Knicks franchise, one of the founding franchises of the NBA back in 1946.
Well, and how about this, Kevin? The name Knickerbocker traces back even further to the Dutch settlers who came over in the 1600s. It referred to their knee-length style of pants, but came to represent New Yorkers in time.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
And that's the smart move. I mean, exploit that size advantage every chance you can.
Now here's Lure. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rose.
And how about the numbers on Andre Drummond? Great showing for him last season. First in rebounding and a great touch around the rim. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
6 on the shot clock. Pistons trail by 5. Jackson Rose with the block.
Building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Knicks have gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. He dishes it to Holiday. Noah the screen. New York moving the ball around. Rose passes to Anthony. The shot, no good. Good D by Drummond. Rose against Jackson. He kicks it to Harris. Caldwell-Pope outside. Pass to Jackson. The feed to Harris. Tries a 3. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. And it's Rose penetrating to the middle. Here's Noah. Good D by Drummond. For Detroit, they've gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Drummond sets the screen for Jackson. Down low, off the pick. Porzingis with the block.
Porzingis so fast off the floor when he challenges a shot. Helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
The Pistons shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
And the first one drops. Well, from a broadcasting perspective, Doris, just how global has the game of basketball grown with advances in the accessibility of the games being played?
You know what I marvel at is how the next generation consumes sports content. Live sports are still what the viewer wants, but you'll see so many people watching on mobile devices, right? Small tablets, phones. It's incredible to me how different our business is, Kevin. News is now not broken in a newspaper story. News is broken on social media.
And don't you think, Doris, it's promoted that way too, because owners in this league that are very in tune with the tech side of the business?
Many of them are businessmen and have succeeded because they've been visionaries in their field, and certainly they want to know, how is our content getting to that next generation?
Good point.
And you look back on the Pistons, and whenever that group has had success as a franchise, it's always driven by a team-oriented concept. I mean, yeah, they've had stars, Isaiah Thomas, Chauncey Billups, but at the heart of all their title runs was a group of 5 guys that just played for each other.
Here's Jennings. And thinking about the Pistons and their history of winning with pure team basketball, Greg, you can see that this is what this group is always striving for.
And Kevin, this group right now reminds you a little bit of those Pistons teams of the past. I mean, they're founded on defense. They got that tough mentality in the paint. You've got to be excited about this roster they've assembled here in Detroit.
The dish to Thomas. There's a screen. Here, Quinn. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. And the Knicks lead by 5.
Boy, you got to give it to the big fella from Norfolk State. O'Quinn making his presence felt on the second chance opportunities.
Smith kicks to Drummond. It's rebounded by New York. And this is their first time matched up with the Pistons this year.
Yeah, and these teams pretty familiar with one another. They'll face off 4 times this year.
And typically, the better they know each other, the more competitive they become. And expect this first meeting to be extremely spirited.
And the Pistons with possession here, following the score by New York. No good that time. And New York will come the other way.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Oh, you look at the basket. Sometimes you feel like the shot is good, and it just comes up that much short.
On the pass to Morris. Smith against Jennings. Smith kicks to Morris. Clock at 6. From outside the arc. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Kicks it to Jennings. Back to O'Quinn. New York moving it around. Feeds to Jennings. 17-foot shot on the way. Worked defensively by Smith. His trailed by 7. To the paint. Here's Drummond. Can't hit from in close.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Rose passes to Kuzminskis. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his 4th assist in this one. Detroit's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from 3-point range so far in the first. Morris into the lane. Over on her. Lure. Passes it to Drummond. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Rose in the post, covered by Smith. It's back to Jennings. Pass to Kuzminskis. Puts up 3. Rebound by Smith. And David Aldridge spoke with Stan Van Gundy. David?
Thanks, Kevin. He said, look, all they talked about before this game was defense. Going up against one of the best offensive teams in the league, he said, it's a challenge that we embrace. Nobody can do it by themselves. It's got to be a collective effort. No hero ball on offense either. Guys, we'll see if they can put the brakes on them. It's never easy. Back to you.
Okay, Dave, thanks. They're probably well aware of the firepower they're up against here.
You know, it sounds like it. I mean, their coach knows how tough it is to slow this team down, and he wants to make sure his guys understand that as well.
You know, I think they're ready for it. Their coach called it out, acknowledged the challenge they're facing, and this should be a good one. Well, the media capital of the world, New York City, or at least considered by many to be that. So the expectations and the intensity of scrutiny on the Knicks is always high. It puts a lot of pressure on this organization to field a winner.
Bogdanovich checked in for Detroit. And he ends up missing both free throws. And Doris, it's not as easy in today's NBA for the big market teams like the Knicks to exploit that advantage.
Right, Kevin, because a harsher luxury tax reins in spending. And with the internet and global audience, players are willing to go to smaller markets. The Knicks having to compete now on a more level playing field.
Now, here is Morris. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Here's Kuzminskis. Left side Rose. He feeds it to O'Quinn. Shoots from the baseline. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 5 assists in the game. Pistons trail by 10. Inside, here's Drummond. Hard to believe that a player as talented as Drummond slipped to number 9 in the draft, but that's what happened to him. You knew the potential was there, and you know what? He's lived up to what he can do.
Yeah, and I remember the fears were he was just too raw coming into the NBA. Always had an NBA-ready body, and he is physically imposing at times. But credit him for working hard to play to his strengths. It's why he's developed into a star.
That free throw missing.
Now you think about Jeff Hornacek's reputation as a coach. He runs a modern offense, likes to get his guys out and running in transition, and he's going to spread the floor with players that can drive and shoot and have no problem letting it fly from deep. That's fun.
And the second free throw, good. And 1:01 left in the first. Jennings kicks to Thomas. Now the pass to Kuzminskis. Rose against Johnson. Rose passes to Kuzminskis. Shot clock at 5. Shoots from the corner. And the basket by Rose. And the Knicks lead by 11. For all our viewers that remember just how Hornacek was as a player, the way he designs and executes his offense makes a lot of sense.
It sure does, Kevin, because Hornacek, the player, was a dead-eye shooter who could punish you if you left him open. And his style is something that seems to be the remedy to what the Knicks were too prone to doing in recent years. Long twos and not capitalizing in transition.
Marjanovic tries yet again. And it's Drummond missing.
You know, he's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
And it's Thomas at the elbow from about 19 feet. Will not go. This is off the front iron. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Knicks lead by 11. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And some tough times for the Knicks, but you listen to Carmelo Anthony, it's clear he's invested in this franchise.
They pulled all the strings to get me here, and I wanted to be here. And yeah, I want New York to be that place where guys want to come play in New York, you know, and I want to retire in New York. I mean, let's just be quite frank.
Knicks fans rooting for Carmelo to help make New York a playoff venue once again. Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. The Knicks guys have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
You can tell the point of emphasis has been to get to the offensive glass.
You know, and they're doing that in a number of ways. Flying in from the perimeter when the ball goes up, as well as just gaining good old-fashioned position down low.
On the court for the Knicks, Melo and Porzingis, the two stars at the forward spots. Then there's Jennings, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the center, locking down the middle. Jackson in the corner. And it's off the back rim, no good. The Knicks leading by 11. Anthony, the pass to Hernan Gomez. The drive by Jackson. Donovich, good on the bucket. Marjanovic has got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Pistons. New York's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Jennings kicks to Porzingis. Anthony, the pass to Porzingis. Back to Anthony. Free throw line jump shot. It's in. That's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
When Melo's rolling, you can put 2, 3 hands up and contest, and it won't matter. He's just that good.
Jackson with it. Now Anthony defending. Caldwell Pope against Holiday. But they recover it. And kicks to Marjanovic. And Harris wide open. He shoots. And it's off target. Not sure why he took that one. Anthony, the pass to Porzingis. Hernan Gomez. Off target from outside. Pistons trailed by 11. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Jackson misses.
Well, no threes for him in the second after drilling one in the first.
Caldwell Pope against Holiday. Pass to Porzingis. Some nice passing by New York here. This one for three. That's good from Holiday on the assist by Porzingis. Holiday's got 6 points.
How the passing. They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Jackson can't get that one to fall.
And he has slipped into a funk. You can see the confidence is shaking.
Confidence, he's lacking poise, he's forcing things that aren't there, he's just taking shots out of rhythm.
Now here's Porzingis. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. From the arc. Detroit with the rebound. They put a win against the Bucks the last time out.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Well, hard to dispute. They faced very little resistance. But still, you have to convert when given the opportunity, and they certainly did.
Now here's Jennings. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Lets it go from 11. No good that time. And Detroit the other way now. Harris outside. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Marjanovic with a screen for Jackson. From deep. Hits it from three-point range. Jackson's got it back down to within single digits for the Pistons. New York's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Porzingis kicks to Holiday. Jennings dishes to Carmelo. And there's the feed to Holiday. Passes to Hernan Gomez. They grab their own miss. Second chance shot, and he nails the jumper. And it's 8 points for Carmelo Anthony.
You know, nice find by KP. Saw the open man. He was on time, on target with the pass. Perfect.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. And the way a team plays early, Doris, can be vastly different than how they finish a season.
Well, you know, anything can happen over the course of a 6 to 7 month season. 1, trades. 2, injuries. Has a rookie sort of played a bigger part in your success than maybe you thought? I think what happens early can define what happens late.
Boy, injuries and trades are two very disruptive things that teams have got to deal with.
I think to adjust on the fly to new personnel, whether be it because, as you say, whether it's an injury or whether it's a trade, I think that that's a very hard dynamic. So if you've established habits early, it helps smooth that over.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, guys, as you know, things could have turned out a lot differently for Stan Van Gundy. He was the favorite for the coaching vacancy in Golden State in 2014, but in the end, the Pistons owner gave him the chance to coach and run the front office, and that led him to Detroit. Now, the Warriors went on to win the title that season, but Van Gundy insists, if I had to do it over again, this is exactly where I'd want to be. And Kevin, he can build this team exactly as he wants.
Thanks, D.A., and after some tough exits in Miami and Orlando, this time he holds the cards. John, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Yeah, perfect setup on the inbound play. The D never had a chance to get into proper position.
Jennings kicks to Anthony. Holiday with it, picked up by Harris. Jennings against Jackson. Anthony in the corner. 6 to shoot. Shot from 16. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line. The Knicks shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
The Knicks making a switch here. Noah's checked in. And the Pistons with possession here. A 12-point game. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Here's Caldwell Pope. Joakim Noah grabs the miss.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
That's the frustrating thing. You work so hard to get the open shot, and then you can't make it.
Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. And a chance now to review the shot chart.
Well, it's pretty clear that they are having a lot of trouble in the mid-range. It isn't exactly the shot they are hoping to get, but when they have taken those shots, they just don't seem to capitalize. I would hope they try to go at the rim a little more as this game carries on and stop settling for jump shots.
Caldwell Pope outside. Dishes it to Jackson. They set the pick. Jumper off the screen. He gets it in there. Jackson's got 5 points now this quarter.
They got points out of it, but they'll be looking for a better shot than that on their next possession.
Jennings kicks to Holiday. Harris against Anthony. To the inside. Lets it go. Offensive rebound. Jennings for three. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Pistons trail by 10. Here's. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists tonight. York's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Hernan Gomez passes to Jennings. New York moving it around. Anthony dishes to Holiday. To Hernan Gomez. And that one comes up a bit short.
He's trying to make something happen, but obviously been a tough quarter.
Knocked away. Anthony on the double team. Here's Harris. Harris missing again.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
No, and it looked like he got a bit ahead of himself and just couldn't pull back.
Now here's Anthony. He's coming off a 22-point game against Memphis. 6 on the shot clock. Jennings kicks it to Noah from 12 feet out. And it's Noah again missing.
It's ironic. As he continues to search for his rhythm, they continue to stay in the lead. Well, the glory days for the Knicks, back in the early 70s, 1970 and 73 to be exact. The franchise's 2 NBA championships. Who can ever forget?
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Jackson against Jennings. Jackson kicks to Lewis. Misses off the left iron. And what a great team that was. Doris, that roster for the Knicks in the early 70s. Wow.
Wow, you're right, Kevin. Dick Barnett, Bill Bradley, Dave DeBusschere, Willis Reed, and of course, Walt Frazier. All fixtures on both title runs. It was a deep team, and they worked beautifully together.
Anthony with the bucket.
Boy, he's been dead-eyed tonight, and the whole team has prospered from that.
Pistons trail by 11. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Well, so many players can change a game with their physical attributes, and Doris, there are some who can really do it with their vision, with their decision making. Who do you think has stood out in your mind from that basketball IQ perspective?
You know, I think 3 come to mind immediately for me. LeBron James would be at the top of that list. You know, a guy who has shown over the course of his career he can play 5 positions. He is arguably the best, or absolutely in the discussion as the best passer in the league. I think everybody looks at LeBron's frame and thinks simply, he's just a monster. The combination of size and speed, it goes well beyond that. LeBron's IQ is as good as maybe there's ever been. The next guy on that list would be Chris Paul. I mean, he's been considered widely the best point guard in the league for a long time. He's the master picking defenses apart with the ball in his hand. And then the other guy is Tony Parker. I know the system that the Spurs have employed is outstanding, but when you think about the engine, the amount of distance required, and all the reads Tony Parker's been forced to make when the ball's in his hands, I think those three guys really jump out at me.
So true. Those three are just outstanding. And let's add two-time MVP Steph Curry as well.
No doubt.
Looking out there now for the Pistons. Andre Drummond's checked in for Aaron Baines. Morris comes in for Tobias Harris. Johnson, he's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And Smith subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Now here's Lure. Smith outside. Drummond with a screen on Rose. Smith kicks to Drummond. Stolen by Noah. Here is Rose. Holiday left side. Noah kicks to Holiday. And the three off target.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
At the elbow, it's Drummond. Screen by Smith. Drummond passes to Morris. Here's Smith. Doesn't go that time. And New York the other way now. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Stolen by Lure. And here's Morris for three. Knicks with the rebound. Noah's got 3 rebounds now in this one. It's stolen by Johnson. To the paint to end the drought. But on that shot, with that, the Knick lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Andre Drummond. New York's gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Rose dishes to Noah, and it's in there. Noah's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, the basket is good, but it's all about the assist there. That pass led him to just the right spot on the floor.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Rose kicks to Holiday. Stolen by Lure. Here's Johnson. The rebound by Holiday. Holiday's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Noah kicks to Rose. Down low. Knocks it loose. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rose. With a pause in the action, let's show you the teams that were best from the line last season. Number 1, the Knicks.
You know, they made that a point of emphasis a season ago. I mean, they spent a lot of time in practice drilling their free throws, and I think it really paid off with the best percentage in the league.
Pistons trailed by 9. Smith kicks to Drummond. Thomas against Morris. Here's Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. Outside Rose. He dishes it to Holiday. Here's O'Quinn. Kept alive by New York. Thomas passes to Rose. Second shot opportunity. He laid. Rose has got 6.
And you love to see Rose aggressively looking to score on the inside.
Smith outside. He kicks to Morris. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
The Knicks leading by 7. Rose dishes to O'Quinn. Noah the screen. Kicks to Rose. Feeds to Noah. Lets it fly from 18. Rebound, Detroit. Drummond's got his 8th rebound here tonight. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Smith. And he makes good on the layup. And now just a 5-point New York lead.
But it's not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And here's Rose. And O'Quinn kicks it to Noah. With 1 on the clock. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. It's the Knicks up by 5. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Carmelo, what was the area of emphasis for your team during the first half?
Well, we both ends of the court. We bucking down on the defensive end. We're sharing the ball offensively, making good plays. You know, cherishing every possession counts, and we're doing that the first half.
I know you want to keep it going in the second half. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the halftime show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. New York holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They have a 5-point lead. Kenny, what's your take?
Well, one place they had the edge was on the offensive boards. They converted those extra possessions into points. Nothing is more demoralizing to a defense than forcing a miss and then giving up a second attempt. The offensive glass is going to pay big dividends for them.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Detroit?
Well, if you can't shoot the ball, you might want to stop chucking it up. They keep trying the 3, but it's not going down. They're relying too much on the 3 ball. Way too much. It's good when it's falling for you, but when it's not, you have to try something else.
And time now to send you back down to the floor with Kevin Harlan. We will see you after the game.
Welcome back, everyone. The lights of Motown reflecting brightly off the Detroit River. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
You know, amazing, because they're always a focal point for the defense and always looking for ways to take them out of the game, and that didn't happen in this first half.
New York leading by 5. On the wings, Caldwell, Pope, and Harris. Andre Drummond is out there with John Lure. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. That's the group starting the second half for Stan Van Gundy. And by Drummond. From the arc. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Drummond. 13 points for Reggie Jackson. The Knicks shooting well. They're at 45%.
And, you know, if you ask any great player, what separates good from great in terms of the NBA is confidence. And Reggie Jackson has never been short on having confidence. I mean, he feels as if he's been a star ever since he came into this league and just needed the opportunity. And I tell you what, I think he's right. I mean, he's made the most of it coming over to Detroit and did not skip a beat. And I tell you what, Stan Van Gundy is very happy to have him at the helm of that point guard position.
Here's Lure after the made shot from Joakim Noah. A fadeaway kept alive. Lure the pass to Drummond, and it goes down 2 points. Drummond's got 11 points.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
The Knicks with the lead. And when you think about Reggie Jackson's demeanor, you can see the confidence he plays with goes right at the taller players. Loves to be challenged by the big-name players, too.
And it shows most in the fourth quarter. Reggie is the kind of player who wants the ball with the game on the line. He might not always come through, but he isn't one to back down from a challenge.
Another miss by Caldwell Pope.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
No, and It looked like he got a bit ahead of himself and just couldn't pull back.
Pistons have had an off night from the stripe tonight.
Two.
First free throw is good. Of course, we asked fans to write in questions for you. We've had thousands, literally thousands of letters, emails coming in. The fans want you to answer questions. So here's one I just picked out of the fishbowl here. This is from Joe in Portland. What are your hobbies outside of basketball?
Yeah, I think this might surprise people, but I love to cook, Kevin. Not that I'm going to spend 3 hours in the kitchen, but having been the mother of 2 children, I love to cook. My daughter loves to cook with me. The other thing is I live at the ocean, so you can find me on the water.
I want to be one of your kids. My gosh.
It's not a bad life.
Now, I picture you as like with a towel draped over your shoulder and coaching, thinking it through, but enjoying the cooking process.
Oh, there's no question. I'll tell you what, if I make a good dish, just like John Thompson, the towel's over the shoulder, but if I have thrown it down, that towel goes in the air.
You can cook.
No question.
Rose against Jackson. And the basket by Rose.
Well, he's a scorer first, but Melo making the right read there.
The Pistons trailing. Outside Jackson. Caldwell Pope outside. And again, it's the Pistons missing. For New York, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Rose dishes to Holiday. A three-pointer, no good. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And it's Harris off the drive. The putback, Drummond. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Drummond's got the game tied up here for Detroit.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Pistons raised a few eyebrows when they took Stanley Johnson with the 8th pick overall in 2015. Now, he's a great, great athlete, but some thought there were better basketball prospects available. Stan Van Gundy says what you've got to bank on is a player's work ethic and commitment to being great. There's just something about him. He is a great, great competitor. Kevin?
He's built like a tank. TA, thanks. Thank you very much. Marjanovic checked in for the Pistons. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Jackson against Rose. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jennings in the corner. Shoots the 3. A rebound by Marjanovic. The Pistons have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Jackson kicks to Caldwell Pope. Back to Jackson. Shoots from the elbow. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Jennings kicks to Anthony. The pass to Kuzminskis. There's the dish to Rose. Offline with his 3. And for the Pistons, they're shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. Caldwell Pope passes to Jackson. Drummond dishes to Harris. Back to Drummond. Got a piece of it. Now Anthony. 12 points for him. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Should figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Jackson kicks to Drummond. To the inside. Outside for Jackson. Nice ball movement by Detroit. 5 to shoot. And that one's good. Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got 8.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Rose kicks to Jennings. Back to Rose. Passes it to Kuzminskis. Top of the. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. 5 points in the game. For Detroit, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Left side, Jackson. Inside, and that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. And a look now at the various locations of the shots taken so far.
And it's really been a tremendous night. He's been efficient. He's been a major driving force in this offense. And it's no small task to try to slow him down. Once he gets rolling, like we've seen in this game so far, watch out.
And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
And a moment here to see the numbers on Derrick Rose, how he performed last season. Put up about 16 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
Now here's Jennings. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Porzingis, it's good from long range. Now it's a 5-point Knicks lead.
Well, this is a clear case in point of where the comparison to Dirk Nowitzki is so apropos. Not many 7-footers with that kind of range, Kev.
Here's Marjanovic. 8 points for him. Here's Caldwell Pope. The Knicks pull it in. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. It's Jennings with the drive. They get it back. Porzingis. Outside Rose, and by Drummond. Here's Jackson. Harris kicks to Jackson, and they double up Jackson. And Marjanovic with the slam.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
Yeah, you know, sometimes your gut tells you to take a shot at the pick, and then big move to keep the pressure on.
Rose against Jackson, and it's Drummond with the jam.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Here's Jennings, and off the front iron, and in it goes. Jennings has got his first bucket in this one. Pistons trailed by 3. Jackson dishes to Caldwell Pope. Fires it up. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. They've led by as many as 14 points. Anthony against Harris. Anthony kicks to Porzingis. He feeds it to Jennings. Castles, 6 to shoot. Rose with another miss.
Clear breakdown on defense. They're fortunate that he didn't make them pay.
Drummond passes to Harris. Back to Drummond. From 12 feet out. No good off the front iron.
It wasn't wide open, but that's a look he's got to create, guys. He's got to finish that. His teammates count on him. You know, Kristaps Porzingis is an impressive athlete with perimeter skills, and at 7'2". I know his build has been slender, and that's a bit of a concern, but he's staying in the weight room trying to fill that frame out.
Here's Kuzminskis. 5 points in the game. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
This now all even. That's now 8 points for Tobias Harris. And you heard some in the Knicks front office say that Porzingis might actually be too tall in the NBA game. How often, Doris, you hear that?
No, for sure. I mean, there were some who wondered if his core strength might never enable him to hold position inside. But you know the Zen Master. Come on. I think that was classic reverse psychology. Setting out the challenge and making KP work to prove him wrong.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Marcus Morris comes in for Tobias Harris. Stanley Johnson, he's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Smith subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for the Knicks. Thomas comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Thomas against Morris. And stolen by Thomas. To the paint. Here's Jennings. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his 8th assist in the game. Pistons trailed by 4. Smith outside. There's the feed to Drummond. And it's good. Walk through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Justin Holiday's checked in for Derrick Rose. The Pistons have not set the world on fire at the free throw line. They're just 6 of 12. Free throw no good for Drummond.
Well, Kyle O'Quinn, he wasn't a well-known player in college, but he was a find in that second round of the draft. Whenever you have a player with his size and ability to eat up space in the middle, he's going to find a place on the roster.
Jennings can't get that one to fall.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
That one falls. Morris has got it all tied up now for the Pistons.
You know, solid low post possession on that one. I mean, that's where you want the points coming from. Nice high percentage looks.
Pass to Kuzminskis. Holiday against Johnson. Puts one up from 19. Jennings with another miss. Detroit's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Smith with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Here's Johnson. The offensive rebound. Baines lays it up and banks it in. And the Pistons lead by 2. And the action on hold as it appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. Tough to see.
Oh, man, you just hate to see something like that.
Boy, injuries, you know, they can change the complexion of a matchup, sometimes an entire season.
Joakim Noah, he's checked in for New York. Rose comes in for Brandon Jennings. Thomas dishes to Noah. A left away. Not enough on that one as it misses. And, well, Detroit shooting it quite well in this third quarter, 53%, and the offense is rolling. The 3 from Johnson. Again, the miss by Johnson. New York's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Puts it up. New York, no good that time either. And, well, Detroit shooting about 42% so far. Dishes it to Smith. He kicks to Morris. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Morris has got the lead up to 5 now for the Pistons. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Noah with it. Baines is there. Noah with another miss. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Johnson for 3. The shot, no good. And New York will come the other way. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
11 seconds left to play here in the third. Shot clock at 6. Rose kicks to O'Quinn. Thomas passes to Noah. No good again that time. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Pistons lead by 5. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from the Palace of Auburn Hills. And now let's take a listen to Stan Van Gundy on a recent huddle.
Relax and play the game. Relax and play the game. Relax and play the game. All right.
In case they forgot that, of course, from a very invigorating words from Stan Van Gundy, repeating what he'd like to see more of them right now.
Yeah, and I think Coach feels they're getting too caught up in things that don't matter. Resetting their mindsets here. Let's see if it helps.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth. We've got Rose. Thomas is out there with Kyle O'Quinn. Then there's Noah. And it's Holiday in at the 2. Baines inside. Covered by Noah. Kept alive. Tries again. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
2 shots, gentlemen.
Shooting free throws.
And he knocks down the first one. Anthony checked in for the Knicks. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Knicks trail by 6. He dishes it to O'Quinn. Jackson against Holiday. Anthony right side. 4 on the shot clock. Rebound Detroit. Baines has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Tipped away. Stolen by Rose. Kicks it to Carmelo. Releases from 15. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Now, here is Smith. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Feeds it to Baines. The shot, no good. Great defense that time from Noah. Anthony with it. There's the pass to Rose. O'Quinn dishes to Noah. Some nicing by New York here. That one good for 2.
That's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
You know he's always looking to attack. And late in a close ball game, when he catches the defense napping, he's going straight to the rack.
Here's Smith following the score by Derrick Rose. The 11-footer. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
You know, this hasn't been his best game, but he's been aggressive, and they're winning.
Up top, O'Quinn. Anthony against Johnson. Here's O'Quinn, and again, it's New York.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Releases from 15. Here's Morris. Holiday with the block. It's tipped. Outside Rose. Anthony kicks to Rose. 5 on the clock. And again, it's New York.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
The Pistons have gone a dismal 0 for 5 to get the fourth quarter underway. Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Just trying to get a break in the action to clear some heads here. I mean, they've gone ice cold, and not a bad idea to give them a little quick breather.
Quick breather and maybe scheme something up that we haven't seen yet in this game. We'll know soon enough.
You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
Boy, the pace, the flow, the rhythm, it's really remarkable to watch. When he's in this kind of zone, it's a long night for the defenders.
So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Marjanovic checked in for Aaron Baines. John Lure comes in for Marcus Morris. Tobias Harris is checked in for Johnson. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Ish Smith. And a switch here also for New York. Porzingis is checked in. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Stan Van Gundy told the team. He knows they struggled at the free throw line, but he actually looked at the positive. He said if we continue to get to the foul line, good things are going to happen. But we have to keep getting there. Maybe that'll take the heat off him more.
Okay, time now for an injury report.
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for New York gave us some information. Unfortunately, it sounds like a very serious injury. He's not going to return to this game, and unfortunately, it looks like he could be out for a while, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. Well, guys, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
And not at all. I mean, it sounds like he's got a long road ahead of him in terms of his recovery.
And our hearts go out to him. And the guy works so hard. His teammates love him. Coaches love him. He's going to be missed.
Here's Jackson. Following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Now the Knicks with it. It's been 10 unanswered points. Outside Holiday. There's dish to Carmelo. And a miss there on the triple.
You know, the defense will not make that mistake again because next time he's going to knock that thing down.
Caldwell Pope against Holiday. Jackson kicks to Marjanovic. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got assist number 7 for him tonight. New York with the ball. Big stretch here going 10-2. Rose passes to Holiday. They set the pick. Rose kicks to Porzingis. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
You know, Porzingis' size obviously will make him a threat at the rim, but that athleticism a problem as well.
Passes to Jackson. Down low, Marjanovic. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Boy, possession alive with the offensive rebound. You have to love the effort and getting the putback opportunity.
Rose passes to Porzingis. He feeds it to Holiday. From the baseline. And then hitting another bucket right there.
How smart is Melo when using that screen? Just curls right around it. Good position from him. Nice.
Here's Caldwell Pope. His 3-pointers off the mark.
He had a make from downtown in the first half, but no threes since then.
Outside, Porzingis lets the 3 fly. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
The movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Caldwell Pope against Anthony. But on that shot, with that, the Knicks lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Caldwell Pope.
They don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Now here's Anthony. Shoots it up. And there's another one for the Knicks.
Boy, working as hard as he can on the offensive end, and he's willing points for this team.
Harris kicks to Marjanovic. Not that time. It's off. Now shooting 7 of 10 from the floor. Rose passes to Porzingis. The feed to Carmelo. Pass to Holiday. Harris against Anthony. Again, the miss by Anthony. Pistons trailed by 7. To the left wing. Jackson kicks to Caldwell Pope. Puts one up from 19. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got his 8th assist in the game. New York's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Outside Anthony. He's looking for O'Quinn and finds him. Outside Holiday. Porzingis passes to Carmelo. From deep. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Outside Jackson. Back to Harris. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Rose inside. Anthony on him. Lure can't hit.
Regard that miss right there. That's a shot you want him taking. He practices that all the time. Makes a ton of them.
Here's Porzingis. And the Knicks miss again.
That kind of miss rarely happens, but when they occur, they're pretty shocking.
Jackson kicks to Lure. It's Jackson with the drive. He banks in the layup.
There's boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Now here's Rose. Outside Holiday. Inside Quinn. And it's Lure with the rebound.
Amazing effort from the defense. Slowing down that guy is no easy task.
Here's Caldwell Pope to the middle. Here's Harris. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Now just a 1-point New York lead. And here are the Knicks now. They've led by as many as 14 points. Harris against Anthony. Pass to Rose. Back to Anthony. Some nice passing by New York here. Nice shot by Porzingis.
Well, you talk about rhythm. He's lighting it up in this quarter, fueling this lead.
Jackson kicks to Lure. To the inside. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. O'Quinn's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Anthony against Harris. Holiday, the pass to Porzingis. Anthony dishes to Rose. To the paint. And here's Jackson. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Lets it go with a 3. It's hauled in by Porzingis. The Knicks leading by 4. Rose kicks to Holiday. The pass to Porzingis. Anthony on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. And the shot goes in. Porzingis has got 15 points here in the second half.
When things come together for Porzingis, he can be too much to handle for any defender.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
And offensively, they've been struggling. He just wants to get them back into a good flow and stop forcing shots.
You know, once you get out of rhythm, it's difficult to recapture it. Now they've got to figure some things out.
Pistons making a change here. Drummond's checked in. And with a change here, too. Joakim Noah's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Outside Jackson. Dishes it to Lure. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Perfect execution. The size mismatch was there, and they went right at it.
And it was timely. That's a basket they had to have, and an absolutely vital possession.
And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Rose has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. From 20 feet out. Rebounded by the Pistons.
Just a case of doing too much. He has to look to get his teammates involved, and his shot's just not there right now.
They grabbed their own miss. That one drops for him. Harris has got 4 this quarter.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
I mean, easily prevented points if they just attacked the boards the way they should have.
Now here is Holiday. Singus passes to Holiday. Anthony on the wing. Releases from 15. No good that time. And Detroit the other way now. Here's Harris.
That's about a great read. He recognized the opening, took advantage of the late defense, and made them pay.
New York's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Noah the screen. Back to Holiday. Second chance shot. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
They don't get any bigger than that basket.
No, they don't. Showing some big-time heart on that shot.
And that one falls for Noah.
Yeah, 3 and 1 on that one. Those are the kind of plays, guys, that win basketball games.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're trailing by 3. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Jackson. There's a screen. He kicks it to Caldwell Pope. Shot from free throw range. They grab their own miss.
It's starting to look like a repeat of last night, guys. He's battling really hard out there.
Oh, he sure is. I mean, these past 2 games, his energy level has been sensational. Whether it's a putback like that or other hustle plays, he's been everywhere.
Here's Holiday after the made shot from Andre Drummond. Anthony down low, guarded by Harris. Anthony's shot is off. Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're behind by 1. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
You know what? Enough time that they can run whatever play they're most comfortable with.
You'd think they want to do everything they can to get it to their hot hand.
Possession gives them a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, they don't want to let this one slip away.
Outside Jackson. Back to Caldwell Pope to take the lead. No good from 3-point territory. So a close game sees New York take this one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Hey, Carmelo, congrats on the win. What was the focus and what was the team's effort level tonight?
We held our way to this one. We took our time, executed. We stayed composed, and that's something we've been doing, the past 3 games, just keeping our composure and just finishing games. We've been doing that.
Not just about the X's and O's, obviously, Carmelo. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And as the fans file out of the building, now time to head over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kristaps Porzingis. He was not to be denied in the fourth quarter, and his teammates could sense it. They kept feeding him the ball, and he kept delivering points.
Excellent scoring effort from him tonight. Every time it seemed like they needed a bucket, he was the guy there to give it to them. The defense really never got a feel for him and how to play him.
He's a road warrior because he was on that edge in that game tonight. Oh, my boy. That's what we don't always see from this guy. But tonight, road warrior.
That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. We certainly hope you've enjoyed the show, don't we, guys?
It was great.
Yeah. Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and for Kevin Harlan and the entire 2K Sports crew. All 653,000 of them.
Yeah.
Hard-working.
A lot of people.
The long line at the buffet, though.
Shout out to the T-Pose, man.
Oh,
I don't know his name, but I know his face.
I'm Ernie Johnson. See you next time.